Hey everyone, and welcome back to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk about everything you and your friends are talking about at rehearsal on a water break. In this week's episode, we have a very, very special one for you this week because we are talking to our 2025 DCI Correspondents. We'll also find out what made Omari.
Most of the horn line was so pissed off, but then we had a really good brass block in the gym.
And why Jeremy said,
we're not going to announce our show until the morning of our first competition.
All this and more in this week's episode of On a Water Break.
8 off the mat and go. Welcome to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk everything marching arts. Everyone, bring it in. It's time for a water break.
Hey everyone, it's Jackie, and we have a great episode this week. I am so excited for you guys to meet our 5 DCI correspondents. This program is something that has literally been a dream of mine to be able to put together. We are going to be giving tour fee scholarships, wonderful performers in DCI who are going to be coming at you all summer long with content from tour. So it's just going to be awesome. Like I said, I can't wait for you guys to meet them. Yeah, it's just going to be great. We've been talking over group text for the last couple of weeks and getting to know each other. And like I said, this introduction is going to be beautiful. But I want you guys to do something for me before we go and see who's on the sidelines this week. So first of all, go to your favorite listening app and make sure you subscribe to our podcast. Write us a review so I can read it. I want to have a segment where I read reviews on the air. Let's do that at some point. Share this episode with a friend. Make sure all of your friends are listening, because if they want to contribute to our scholarship program so that we can offer larger and larger scholarships as we go, that would be awesome too. Do you have a question or a good topic to talk about? You can email us at onwaterbreakpodcasts@gmail.com, or you can find us on social media. Send us a DM, and if you want to be on the show, we have a form you can fill out. So you'll just fill that out, apply to be on the show, and we will get you right here in the hot seat. Make sure to check it out at our link in bio. So, who is on the sidelines this week? Jeremy from Drum Corps Today. Hey, what's up?
Hey, it feels like I was just here, but it's great to be back.
Well, you weren't here with me, so this is a whole different ballgame now.
Indeed it is. Totally different.
I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. I love it. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
It's always a blast coming to hang out with you guys.
Omari, who is, the first of our DCI correspondents that I get to introduce. Huzzah! He's also one of our regular hosts. How have you been?
Oh, I've been great. I'm just getting ready to move now, and things are starting to ramp up, but it's all good.
You are literally leaving on a jet plane right after this to go to Crown, right?
Yeah, it's I think.
Oh my gosh.
In about within the next 6 hours, actually.
So basically, by the time our listeners are listening to this, you're going to be at Crown, and you're just going to be doing your thing all day long.
Mm-hmm. It'll be so fun.
So let's take this moment to preview some of the amazing episodes and bonus content that we have had going on lately, because there is so much going on. Have you guys listened to the Matt Harloff bonus episode yet?
Yep, I did. And I
finally got around to watching it. It was great.
I just can't believe so excited.
Oh, wait, sorry. Okay, well, I was just mad that I wasn't able to be there for it. I don't know what I was doing that day, but my own caption head gets on the podcast, and I wasn't there.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, same, though. I was just like, I can't. I wanted to do it so bad, and it just was like it didn't work out scheduling-wise. But it's so amazing that we were able to do that. I did get to do the social media interview with Piper and Max, and let me tell you, some of the stuff we talked about, especially those of you who are going to be doing our DCI correspondence this summer, make sure you watch that episode, because we talked about some cool social media stuff and things about how to post and this, that, and the other. Oh my gosh, it was great. And then, there's another one I'm actually participating in. I'm having to do homework for. Have you guys ever heard of the book Twirl?
No.
It is a book about color guard, which is I thought I had read every color guard book in existence. I had not read this one yet, so I've been having to do my homework this week to read this book because we're going to interview the author of the book Twirl. So make sure.
It'll be cool.
Go do that.
There's honestly, speaking of color guard, I just like, now that you're talking about some news that broke my mind was Pride of Cincinnati. That like,
oh yes,
hurt me inside. Lots of my friends there, so that'll be something new.
It's definitely going to be new territory. So for anybody who hasn't heard, we'll probably talk about it more when we talk about news, but Pride of Cincinnati has announced that they are no longer fielding a competitive program. So they're not going to world-class guard at WGI anymore. Honestly, though, they were such record breakers and such innovators, and like they were pretty much untouchable, I felt like, for years and years. So yeah, it's amazing all the stuff they've done, and I'm sad that we're not going to see them at WGI, but and I'm really sad for those people who were like wanted to be a part of their competition program and don't get to now. But honestly, knowing them, I feel like there's going to be something amazing coming. I was talking to somebody else about this earlier today, and I feel like they're probably going to take all of the resources that they have now and funnel those into some incredible programs, educational programs, and, you know, foundational trainings and things like that, and help elevate our activity beyond just competing for, you know, who can score the highest. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I'm interested.
Yeah, I remember seeing their announcement this morning totally out of the blue, and after reading through it, it definitely sounded like them as an organization isn't going anywhere. They're still going to be around. They're still going to be supporting the marching arts activity. They're just going to be heading in a different direction, kind of like Blast style with Star of Indiana, it kind of seems like.
Well, and considering like the thing that drew me into all of this craziness, like 14-year-old Jackie was like, how did I get here? It was because of Blast. And I had seen that and I'm like, man, I bet if Pride does something like that, that's going to have an even more impact. Like it's just going to continue like pulling more and more people in. So I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yeah, just because they're not competing anymore, that doesn't mean that they're going to be going anywhere, that they're going to be disappearing or just falling off the face of the planet. They'll still be around. They'll still be quite active, just in a different capacity.
All right, let's bring our next DCI correspondent for this segment, Jack Hawkins. Welcome to the pod, sir.
Hi. Hi.
I am so excited that you're here.
Me too.
But you're going to have to do something for us now. We have a little tradition we call the 32 count life story. And I know you've listened to the pod, so you know what's up, right? Okay. Everything from birth to now in 32 counts, 8 off the mat.
Okay, so I was born in Cincinnati. I was raised in Cincinnati. I've lived in Cincinnati my whole life. I joined color guard for the first time when I was in 8th grade. Well, I started spinning on my own in 8th grade, and I taught myself until 10th grade, and then I joined winter guard in 10th grade, and I spun with my high school. My high school only has 600 people, so I was the only person in my high school who's ever done DCI. And I did Blue Stars my second season ever. It was my first outdoor season ever. On my video audition, told them I had done outdoor before. That was not true, but it was my first outdoor season, which was really, really scary. And then I got a contract with Boston Crusaders 2025, and
Yay! Lying on your audition video? Shame.
That was not my proudest moment, I promise. I was watching my video and I was like, God, I shouldn't be doing this. Because, like, I felt prepared because I had been involved in color guard for a long time, but I just hadn't officially done outdoor. I had spun outdoors so much. I mean, I used to do percussion, so I was a percussion kid for 4 years, and I actually was the section leader for my high school, but I ended up wanting to do guard, and I would, like, every break we would take, I would spin outside. So it was like it felt like I had done 2 seasons, but I just hadn't. So I put on my audition that I had 2 years of high school. And I was not exactly proud of that, but I did do it, and it didn't end up biting me in the butt, thank goodness.
Yeah, because at Blue Stars, you showed up and they were like, oh, here's a rifle, here's a saber. Oh, here's your solo tosses also. But
that cold 7 sit roll knee spin might be what you're talking about. That was
the one
wild.
That made it onto like DCI all over all of their social media. Oh, man.
That was like a dream. The whole season feels like I can't believe that was real. Michael Shapiro giving me that toss lives on in my nightmares.
All right, so now that we know how you've gotten here, what are you most excited about this summer on tour, especially since you get to be one of our correspondents?
Well, I'm already antsy for the season because they have shown us a lot of things. I'm not going to say anything specific, but that we know a lot of stuff. So they've given us some details, and I'm really excited to see that come to fruition and be a part of it, obviously. But I also really, really, really want to share it with the world, not necessarily tell anybody anything they're not allowed to know. I really, really am excited to like let people see it from the other side, like not just like, last year they changed their closer in July. I'm excited to like share what that's like from a member perspective, what it's like to make changes to the show, what it's like to rehearse, what it's like to do drum corps from the inside, not the outside.
Jeremy, are you excited about getting some of this backstage primo info from our correspondents this year?
Absolutely. I'm sorry about that. I was checking my microphone. It sounded like it was getting a bit wonky at the high end, so I was just trying to check that. Just listening to the way you're describing it, it almost sounds like you guys are making a movie. It's like we've gotten part of the script. We don't know the whole picture, but we know our aspect of it. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, you're going to get to share with everyone else. I mean, I'm excited to see what Boston's up to this summer. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm so excited for this summer.
Of course, I can't say anything specific, but I can definitely say that it's exciting. It is. I'm trying to find the words without saying. I'm trying to say something without saying everything. But
you can just say it. We won't tell anyone.
We won't tell anyone except for the people who are listening right
now. on a public podcast with thousands of followers, I just will blurt it out. No, but it's definitely going to be exciting. It's going to be a thrill. It's going to be really exhilarating. So I can't wait for everyone to see it.
When you say stuff like that, it just makes me like dread having to compete against you all summer. Because I'm saying the same things about what we've gotten, because they're doing the same thing where they tell us bits and pieces, and we don't know what's going on. And I'm like, what is every other group doing?
They've told us a lot, but obviously I can't tell anybody anything, but they told us a lot of stuff. They showed us a lot of stuff. They definitely don't want us to tell anybody. Obviously I can't say anything, but they've told us a lot, and I'm really excited. It's going to be a experience for the audience for sure. And it's definitely going to be an experience for me because I am winded. I am out of breath. We have a lot of really, really hard choreography in our hands, and I am winded. But hopefully the audience is also winded after our show.
I mean, the past few years, Boston's really been getting at it. Every year it feels like their show design is just taking a step up and up, and I just can't wait to see what you guys perform this summer.
I can't wait to show everyone. It's going to be...
He's like, can I get up and do it right now for you guys?
I would kill to do it right now, but I can't, of course. But
again, we won't tell anyone.
So I need to also mention that we have one of our other correspondents who we're going to be talking to in a little while. Clara is a member of the Boston Front Ensemble. So you guys are going to have to like do some bouncing ideas off each other and get some of your content coordinated.
Well, I was in Front Ensemble for quite some time, so we're definitely going to be able to get along.
Jeremy, what do you think about...
When you were in the Front Ensemble, what did you play?
I center marimba, so I used to be good at marimba. I was pretty obsessed with it, and I liked it a lot, but it didn't. I don't know. It just didn't feel as good as Color Guard did. It was not as enticing, and I loved it, but I didn't feel like getting any. I didn't feel like the desire to improve upon it as much as I did for Color Guard. So I really wanted to do Guard, but I was marimba player.
I have a question for Jeremy. What do you think about these drum corps like being so secretive of their show designs and coming out with their announcements with these big fancy, like you were comparing it to like a movie preview. Like I feel like they kind of do that. They do these big movie preview type announcements. When did that start happening? What do you think about it?
When did that start happening? I mean, it definitely feels like the whole trend of waiting till the last second has definitely been a Bluecoats thing as much. Like, I love the core, but their trend
Yes.
of we're not going to announce our show until the morning of our first competition. And now everyone's starting to follow that trend. I mean, it's almost June already, and we've gotten maybe half of the chorus to announce their shows at this point. And that's significantly less than we have in the past. But I mean, the Bluecoats, when they set a trend, everyone follows it the years after. And 2016, 2024, they really set a trend on each of those shows. And we're going to see a lot of different corps kind of following that style moving forward.
All right. Well, we need to let these guys start packing. So we're going to toss it to our sponsors real quick, and we'll be right back.
Celebrating its 25th anniversary, Guard Closet was founded as a consignment shop in 2000. Since then, it has grown to become your one-stop shop for the marching arts.
Do you need consignment uniforms and flags for your color guard, marching band, or drumline? We have thousands of sets of consignments in stock and ready to ship.
Do you need show design and custom choreography? Our designers have years of experience in the marching arts.
Do you need to sell your items and clear out your storage areas? We take in more than 600 sets of consignments each year and return hundreds of thousands of dollars to our consigners for their sales.
Do you need to have your students order shoes, gloves, and other equipment? We can set up a microsite for easy student ordering of a wide variety of items.
Do you need custom costumes or flags? We can help get you great designs from our team through top vendors like Show Day Designs.
Have you listened to our podcast On a Water Break? Weekly episodes and bonus content keep you entertained and informed with what's going on in the marching arts.
For over 25 years, Guard Closet has been here to help. Check us out at guardcloset.com or follow us on social media.
Hey, we are back. Jeremy from Drum Corps today and Omari are still here with me, but poor Jack, he had to go and finish packing. I guess he's just having to decide which outfits to coordinate with which bandanas for his rehearsal days. So we're going to go ahead and dive in with our group of DCI correspondents. Oh, I'm so excited to meet you guys. I won't keep them on the sidelines any longer. So please welcome Peter Coffey, a battery
hello
from the Spirit of Atlanta. Clara Bagwell, who is the front ensemble from Boston Crusaders, we mentioned earlier in the episode.
Hey!
And Zoe Satine, drum major for the Seattle Cascades.
Hi, everyone.
I am so excited to get to know all of you. So in order to do this, we have this little thing on our podcast called the 32 Count Life Story. What we're going to do is we're going to play 8 off the Met. We will give you that metronome, and you have 32 counts to tell us your entire life story from the moment of your birth until how you wound up here today. So, are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's start with Petey.
Alrighty. Okay, hello, my name is Petey. You might know me as Petey Drums on Instagram. Hello, that's me. I long story short, grew up in Melbourne, Florida. I started getting into DCI in high school when I saw Downside Up for the first time on YouTube. That was the first show I ever saw, which super inspired me, super inspiring group. So I started getting into some indoor percussion, marched Infinity 2 this past season, and I will now be marching Spirit of Atlanta this summer because it's nearby, and I was really impressed with the stuff their drumline was doing last season. So yeah.
All right, let's jump on over to Clara.
Okay. Okay, hey y'all, I'm Clara, and I'm from Huntsville, Alabama. I went to Sparkman High School, and I did WGI there with our indoor percussion. And then I marched Colts in 21 and 22. I now go to the University of Alabama at Birmingham, and I spent the last 3 WGI seasons with Music City Mystique. And this will be my first season at Boston, and it's also my age out. And I'm super excited.
Age out, rage out. And finally, Zoe.
All right, I'm Zoe. I grew up in Washington State my entire life. I grew up as a gymnast. I was competitive for 11 years. I started doing drum corps stuff my freshman year of high school. I started with the Summit program. From there, I was on the horn line for Seattle Cascades. I ended up being the trumpet section leader. And then from there, I got to be the assistant drum major. And then this is my second year being head drum major for Seattle.
I love that we are so spread out all over the country with everybody. This is just beautiful. So let's talk about how much you guys are excited for tour. What do you think this whole On a Water Break correspondent thing is going to be about? What do you feel like it's going to look like? Omari, do you want to kick it off since you're our host correspondent?
Well, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I already if you've seen my own Instagram, I post a lot of stuff. So it'll be nice to go around and just talk to, people in the horn line at Crown, or even like some of my staff, and just get some Gush and Goes or some Watery Doings. I'm really excited for the Watery Doings. That's the one, because we have so many complaints as drum corps. Just have so many complaints, and it'll be so funny. I just can't wait for that.
Just jump right in, guys. What do you think? What are you excited about with this?
Hello. I'm pretty excited. I think that I'm very new to this activity, first drum corps season. This podcast is going to talk about just a lot of the things with what the summer looks like, and like the what are we doings. I read about them in the email. I'm looking forward to that. Obviously I'm new to this, so I don't have much perspective, and I could gain some perspective, obviously, because other people in this call have marched drum corps, so I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, I think I'm super excited to just talk with like other people and do some what are you doings, and I don't know, get other insights into what my friends are thinking and what my friends are doing. And I don't know, I'm not really big on social media. I mean, I post like little stuff here and there, but I always have fun doing stuff with my friends, so I'm excited. Yeah, I'm Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
I'm really excited to see all the different diversity that we all have. We all do drum corps, but we all have so many different experiences. I'm so excited to see what we all have to bring in.
As much as we're like on the water break and me, as much as we're able to do from the sideline, we'll be able to see so much more on what's actually going on during the season from your guys' perspective. And honestly, I'm super excited to see yours and everyone else's different perspectives of looking into the season. It's going to be awesome.
I'm excited to live vicariously through all of you, because I miss my marching days. They were a while ago, and they brought us here. So this is going to be so much fun. So what are you guys the most looking forward to in your season? Like with your core specifically, with you specifically, maybe like as a personal goal or something like that. What are you guys, just something personal to you? Like, what are you looking forward to for this summer? Omari, can you kick it off again?
For me, oh yeah, for sure. For me, I think I'm looking forward to. Okay, funny enough, I'm looking forward to the shenanigans. As much as they suck to go through, like it's just always a fun story to tell. I'll call some of my friends. I go and check up on them. During the off season, we talk about like, oh, remember that time we were in Sevierville, Tennessee, and the rain went from 0 to 100, and we didn't have time to pack up our stuff, and like most of the horn line was so pissed off. But then we had a really good brass block in the gym. Those shenanigans are really fun. And I'm just excited to play with Crown Brass again. It's just we get so in detail and we get so good together, and everyone comes in at a really good level. But I just like the way we get good together. We learn how to play together. That's the best part about it.
The best stories aren't when, the weather was normal, everything went as expected. It's when things go unexpected and the weirdest things happen. That's what makes the best stories.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
And that's what you're going to want to be sharing on all of your social media too. Petey, you share a lot of stuff on social media too. What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I do. I am most looking forward to personally becoming a freaking tank after the summer is gone, because I've heard all the stories about how you grow as a person, as a player. The biggest thing personally I'm looking to get from the summer is just how much can I grow as a player. I really want to have this just exponential growth and come out, because I consider myself pretty good as of now, but I feel like I could be so much better, and I'm gonna have so much new information coming at me. But as a whole, Spirit Percussion is going to be doing some really incredible things this season. I can already feel the vibes. They've been on the up. Last season, they were doing some really special stuff. We've been talking. We've been meeting in calls. We're going to pull out something really, really special in the percussion section this year. So I'm excited for that.
Petey, it's honestly really, really great that you're looking forward to that, because it will happen, whether you like it or not. And I don't know how it is in the percussion world, but it's insane how much the different ways you learn, and always, there's a fabled mid-spring training breakdown that everyone talks about in drum corps.
Yeah.
Where you're one day of spring training, you're here. The next one, it's just you're down there. But it'll happen. But I know you're gonna have a good time, especially with Spirit, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's gonna be great. Your show. I mean, Spirit last year was phenomenal. So I hope to see. Maybe you can tell us what they're cooking this season, and we won't tell anyone. We will not tell a soul.
Gosh, it.
Just the people listening to this podcast. No one else.
Yeah, for sure.
Clara, what about you?
Okay,
what are you personally looking forward to?
I'm super excited for West Coast tour. Boston is going out to California and Colorado and all of those states out there. And I've never been out west before. I think the furthest west I've been is probably like Texas or something. But I'm so excited. And I marched in 21 and 22, but I haven't marched drum corps the last 2 summers. And so I'm super excited to get back into it. And it's going to be so fun.
Yeah, I have heard some stuff about Boston, like really, really digging deep this year because of that West Coast tour. They're going to be out there with, SCV and Blue Devils and...
Yeah, I can't wait to see all my friends, because I have friends in all those groups, and so I'm going to see them at all the shows, and it's going to be so fun.
It seems every few years we'll have some Midwest or East Coast corps go out, and every time they go out, it's always an awesome time, whether it's from the performers, like they have a great time on the West Coast, plus it's such an experience getting to compete against, the Blue Devils and Santa Clara Vanguard off the bat. It's super competitive,
exciting.
super... Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, have you guys heard the theories on West Coast tours about how people, this is a fabled story, how people go to get slotted early against the Blue Devils?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who knows? You
Allegedly.
might be seeing some ranks shifting. Not against us though.
Mm-mm.
Not against us though. Right?
We'll see. We'll see.
So Zoe, what is your thing you're most looking forward to this summer?
Honestly, personally, the Seattle Cascades have never taken, I guess, like a break or a free day on the east side. And this year we get a free day in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I couldn't be more excited.
That's going to be a fun one. I have never been to Myrtle Beach myself either. Wow. Enjoy. So if you could interview anybody who would be your dream person to get an interview with? Omari.
Well, I was going to say Matt Harloff, but you guys stole him from me. So I'll try my hardest not to be mad about that.
Snatched him right away.
Yeah, I just took him. He's not even going to teach us this summer because of that. Do not believe that.
DCI PR team is like running to their keyboards right now.
Yeah. But honestly, I'm more excited I really want to interview Joe Roach, our director. He's just a really cool guy and he's got a lot to say. He's got a lot to say in such a good way, and he also was a front ensemble member for the Cavaliers. So he's got a lot to offer story-wise on the other side that I'm not a part of, you know?
Clara, what about you? Who's your dream interview?
I'm not sure. I think I would love to interview like Jim Ancona. He writes some of our music for us. He works a whole lot with the Boston Crusaders for Ensemble, and I love his mallets. And I had a very embarrassing interaction with him during audition season, and so I would like to redeem myself and seem intelligent.
That's a good way to redeem yourself. Petey, what about you?
I should probably know names better, but personally, I've always wanted to understand scoring a little bit better. So maybe like one of the top percussion judges. I would want to interview. I swear there's this one name on the tip of my tongue, and I just it's not coming to me right now. But he's one of the main guys who does DCI, WGI. He's just one of the main scoring guys, and I guess I would just want to understand that better. And how he gives or takes points. So
I bet Jeremy could hook you up with somebody.
I'll certainly look into that.
We had Julie Davia on the podcast. It's been a little while ago now, but we've interviewed some people. We've got some connections. Maybe we need to set some of that up so Petey can get the lowdown on all the scoring.
That'd be sick. I want to pick their brains for that.
Zoe, what about you? Who's your dream interview?
I'm going to say Mr. Jeff Chambers. Mr. Chambers has been writing our Hornline score for quite a while now, but he also went to my high school, Kamaikan High School in Washington State. And so, people talk about him a lot. And so I kind of just want to pick his brain a little bit on, how was it going? Because I think he wrote his first, marching band score and drill when he was like a junior in high school. So I would really like to see, and kind of hear what his experience was.
Such a small world yet again.
A whole, young genius among us.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it's time for your Peak Group Travel Tip of the Week, brought to you by our sponsors at Peak Group Travel, helping you navigate for your next adventure, whether it's across the country or just to your next competition.
Hi, everyone. It's time for your Travel Tip of the Week with me. I'm Beth with Peak Group Travel. Performance tours are a great way to showcase your ensemble in new cities and for new audiences. But be sure to also include local attractions, and sightseeing tours or cruises to give your group a full cultural experience while they're on the road. Don't forget to like and follow Peak Group Travel on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And be sure to email info@peakgrouptravel.com when you're ready to start planning your next performance tour. This is your travel tip of the week with me, Beth from Peak Group Travel. Ready to elevate your travel game? Welcome to Peak Group Travel, the ultimate adventure creators. Whether you're planning an unforgettable class trip, a once-in-a-lifetime parade experience for your marching band, or a choir tour full of memorable performance venues, Peak Group Travel handles it all, so you can focus on making memories. From breathtaking international destinations to amazing adventures right here at home, Peak Group Travel customizes every journey to your vision. We're not just planners, we're your partners for the trip you want for your students. Our online registration portal makes managing your pre-trip experience smooth and convenient. We even collect your payments if you'd like. Picture it, effortless planning, unmatched experiences, and smiles that last long after the journey ends. That's the Peak Group Travel difference. And if you choose to partner with Peak on your next tour, and you mention that you heard about us on the On a Water Break podcast, you'll earn a $100 trip credit. Discover why groups everywhere trust Peak Group Travel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and be sure to visit peakgrouptravel.com today. You pick the date, and we'll make it great.
Okay, everybody, put your stuff down. Put your stuff down. We can finish packing after the podcast is over. We're back. Let's do a 60-second tech block.
60-second tech block. 60-second tech block!
All right, everybody. It is time for our 60-second tech block. This is the segment where one of our hosts or guest clinicians is put on the spot to deliver a non-stop 60-second tech session on a topic that needs some serious attention after the last run. Our special tech this week has come prepared with 3 topics they think they can talk about for a full 60 seconds straight. No hesitations, no pauses, just pure technical gold. And this week, we're going to throw it to Omari.
Okay, I'm so ready. Wait, before we go, I have a question that's killing me. Is that Ricardo at the beginning saying 60-second tech block?
Yes.
Did he scream at the end as well?
60-second tech block. 60-second tech block!
There is nothing that man can't do. I don't care what you say. He's got it all. Okay, so Omari, your best topics that we have to vote from. Everybody else who's on the pod, you guys get to vote for what topic you want to hear about. So number 1 is how to pack for tour when you live in another country, because that's a whole thing. 2, how to hold a contra all day on the Crown brass line specifically. That thing's heavy. And then number 3, how to sustain your breath in front of Matt Harloff. That man just takes your breath away, apparently. So, what do you guys think? What would be a good thing to talk about?
Hands down, how to sustain your breath in front of Matt Harloff. That one, you got to do that one.
I mean, I can. I don't want to reveal. I might start talking about our show. So who knows? No, I'm joking. I'm not going to do that. I'm joking. I'm not going to do that.
Then that's the one I'm voting for. I want to hear about the show. Jeremy, what do you think he should talk about?
You know, after reading through all those, I'm leaning towards number 1. For a lot of people, like driving to spring training, easy peasy, everything's pretty straightforward. If you're flying in, especially from another country, there is so much restriction on what you can bring in, how much liquids you can bring in, what your weight capacity can bring in. It's cut down totally. I want to hear what your perspective on that would be.
Okay, I'm okay with
after having lived in another country. I like that too, because you don't always know necessarily what products are going to be available when you get there either. So it's like, ooh, I need to bring I don't know, my fancy shampoo or something. Claire, what do you think?
I kind of want to know how you hold a contra for so long, because being in the front ensemble, I sometimes have to move y'all's stuff out of the way, and I had to pick one up one time, and I don't know how you get that thing up there and you keep it up there all day. I could never.
I think we got to stop suggesting other ones because Petey does not look too happy right now. He is.
Sorry, Petey.
Petey's like, why is everyone voting for the ones that I didn't vote for? Okay, Zoe, you're going to have to break a tie here, I think.
The third one.
All right, I think out of respect for all of our international students and international students wanting to come to DCI, I think we need to go on that topic.
All right, okay. I'm sorry, Petey.
No, that's all good. That's a real thing, you know?
I feel like number 3 is going to have to be something that he actually does in front of Matt Harloff when he's content creating this summer.
No, that's kind of bad. That's a bad one because
no pressure.
He likes to mess with me sometimes, and there's sometimes in the circle when we're warming up, and he'll just stand in front of me like this, just looking at me like that until I make a mistake, and then when I make a mistake, then he makes fun of me. So,
I mean, you're both definitely on the podcast frequently enough, so it's gonna come up, I betcha.
Yep.
All right. Omari, are you ready? We're going to do number 1. Just so we're clear, ready. We're going to talk about packing for tour when you live in another country. And Jeremy, can you pull up the 60-second timer?
Here we go. 60 seconds.
Okay. So packing for tour in another country, it's basically the same. You will get all the materials you need from the packing list that your Corps gives out. The number one thing that you have to take in is obviously the liquids, which what I like to do is say that all my things that I need that are over capacity are medical, and they're just like, go ahead. But I'm interested in how it's going to look like this time because... Sorry?
Good tip.
Oh, let me go. Oh, yeah. Anyways, I'm interested in how it's going to be this time because there's a lot more restrictions now that things are changing. But with more of the, like, with a group, like, when you know everyone, there's people ask you to buy snacks that aren't in their country. So there's things like I'm bringing ketchup chips, I'm bringing coffee crisps, and like a lot of them. And last time I brought coffee crisps, they didn't even last a day. But I have 4 seconds. But yes, it is basically the same, but you just have to be very, very careful.
And that's 60 seconds.
I threw you off, though. What are you going to do when Matt Harloff is out there throwing you off? I made you pause.
Laugh. Try to laugh, unless it's like a serious rep.
It could be. You never know. This was your fun rep.
Oh, yep. This is the one fun one I get.
Do you guys feel like you learned a lot from Omari about packing there?
Very much so. Learned a lot.
I learned that Amari's going to bring me some international snacks when I see him at shows. That's what I learned.
Oh, well, aren't you... wait, you're on the West Coast, though. Oh.
I'll see you eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
At some point, yeah.
Like San
we'll figure it out.
Party in San Antonio.
Yeah, if there's any left by that time, because my room is like a meeting place for the rest of Crown Bass to try these snacks.
I'm interested in the ketchup chips.
I don't like them. I really don't like them. The ketchup chips I find them gross, but a lot of people want to try them. I feel like they're going to be disappointed, but a lot of people in Canada like them. So it's just to each their own, you know?
When we go to restaurants, my toddler likes to order fries with ketchup. Like he very, very pointedly says, with ketchup. And he'll look at the waiter say it like that. So the waiter knows to not forget his ketchup. I bet he would adore ketchup chips.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's nothing as heavenly as fries with ketchup.
Oh, that was awesome. Let's go ahead and go into what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
That was such a great 60-second tech block. Hopefully somebody out there just got the packing advice they didn't even know they needed, but it's time to switch things up. So we're going to let loose a little bit, or maybe let loose a lot, who knows. This is your chance to rant about something in the marching arts that just doesn't make sense. So maybe it's a tradition that needs to go. Maybe it's a habit that performers can't seem to break. Maybe it's something that makes you think, why are we even doing this? Or why haven't we started doing this yet? Whatever it is, this is your moment to call it out. So, who wants to start with something they need to get off their chest? Jeremy, do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, I can go first. So, I've been thinking about this, and I know the timing's not great with DCI starting up and like committing 110% of your energy to that over the summer. During the off season, what are we doing focusing 100% of our energy and time and every part of us on one single thing? Because even if drum corps is like the thing we love, that's probably not going to be the long-term thing for the rest of your life. And obviously while you're touring, like you're going to be putting all your time and effort into the show that you're working on. But during the off season, it's important to kind of split up your time, spend time on drum corps, obviously practicing, working on your technique, all that. But spend time with your friends, spend time with your family, spend time with working on your major. Don't let your classwork sink back just because, oh, we've got a camp coming up, I got to focus on this. Try to balance everything out and find some kind of harmony between everything.
That resonated with me a lot. Sorry. Yeah, no, I just want to say real quick, that resonated with me a lot because I have a lot of trouble with balancing everything out, especially the not practicing thing. I think I have gotten to a point where I over practice, and so these last few weeks before I move in, I've kind of told myself like to dial it back, hang out with the homies because I'm about to not see them for a while. I'm about to do drums like every day. So yeah, that's real.
Omari, you want to do the next what are we doing?
Yes. What are we doing?
To call out.
Oh yeah. This is the one that I see all the time and I have to bite my tongue. What are we doing going into Instagram comment sections and talking about how much we don't like something? Now, this is personally with me because I marched Promethean and that show was not very well taken by the audience at first. So being a member of Crown 24 for like the first 2 weeks of tour was like, should we even be doing this? But and then I learned to not let that get to me. And only just now is that show starting to get some appreciation. Like, oh, this closer is actually really good. It's not just something that John Mackey wrote and because we don't like John Mackey, we also don't like the Crown closer, or even something like some people were saying they didn't like, for example, Spirit of Atlanta's like monster like stilt person. And it's like, how do you not like that? And why are you saying it? You could just keep that to yourself and not use your thumbs for negative things,
That's honestly perfect. And costuming. I see it all the time for costuming and just hush. Clara, what about you? What are we doing?
Okay. My what are we doing is, what are we doing about only having one percussion judge? Why isn't there a second percussion judge? Like, there's no way for one judge to fully judge both the battery and the front ensemble. And what often happens is the front ensemble gets super overlooked, especially if the battery and the front ensemble are playing at the same time. And same with like WGI. In WGI, it's just percussion and there's not a separate front ensemble and battery judge. And that's just kind of silly. Like, why are we doing that? What are we doing about this?
No, that's such a good point. And I know it came up during the Rules Congress. Someone proposed, we should have both percussion, and it didn't pass for some reason.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Jack, what are we doing?
Okay. What are we doing yelling our friends' names during the show? I understand saying, go Stephanie Maria, but whatever. But I care that you know this person, and I understand that you guys are friends, but I don't want you to yell the name during the show. because I'm trying to. I mean, if somebody's yelling my name during the show, I don't need any help getting distracted during my show. I'm already trying really hard to stay locked in.
Facts.
I don't need help breaking during my show. I really would love to stay focused. You're fine to yell after the show. Even would rather you yell after the show because I don't want to be thinking about the fact that people are watching me during my show. But during the show, yelling, go this person, let's not do that. What are we doing?
That's one of those things that as a performer bugged me so much that I've completely forgotten now that I haven't been performing for, a decade or more. A while.
My family knows me so well that, at prelims, they came to prelims and finals for last year's finals for Blue Stars. And my solo was pretty much at the beginning of the show. It was at the end of the closer. It was completely cold, by the way. I didn't get to spin before that at all. So I was freaking out. And they knew to cheer me on before the show or during the show because I would have gotten distracted. But I'm not a fan of the yelling someone's name during the show. That's not happening.
I have a funny story about noise during a show. Actually, there was one. I think it was Night Beat in our opener last year with Crown. We turned to the front and there's I don't know 6 beats of just nothing, for the opening impact. And at Night Beat in those 6 beat, I think it was a group of 7 guys yelled play something all together. And then we had a dirty attack. But it was kind of funny.
Is that the hold where all the rifles in the front toss the 7?
Yep, and then the flags come out.
Everybody was watching that part. That was awesome.
Let's go!
That was my favorite part of the whole show, seriously.
I know, that opener is just it gets me wanting to run through a wall sometimes.
Yep. It was hype.
I love that y'all use the same descriptors that we did. About running through a wall and drum corps. As much as it's changed, it hasn't changed.
Great job, everyone. Set your equipment down. Gush and go.
I want to gush and go about you guys. I want to gush and go about this program because seriously, this is something that I have dreamed about since I marched. Was there weren't a lot of scholarships around whenever I was marching, and the ones that were around, the internet was barely around when I was marching, to be honest. So we didn't always hear about them. But I absolutely adore making social media content. It's so much fun. I love creating videos and being creative, and I love socializing, talking to people. And, this kind of combines all of those things that I love and turns it into this thing that you get to do to, earn a scholarship toward, your marching fees. So I appreciate all of you guys who are participating, and this is going to be just an awesome summer for coordinating all this. It's going to be a lot of work, I'm sure, on the coordination side for me, but I hope you guys really enjoy it and have a good time making all these videos. And I hope you all get to meet and take a big group picture together, okay? So we'll have to work that out somehow too. Thank you guys for a great...
It's called Gush and Go, not Gush and Stay. Let's go.
Thank you guys for a great rehearsal this week. I cannot believe we are actually getting to do this. So, thank you so much. Jeremy from Drum Corps today. We know that you're going to be following these performers all summer. So, thank you for coming.
Oh, yeah. There won't be a moment of the summer that we won't be focused on drum corps. I know I said before, don't commit 100% to something. Yeah, this summer is going to be 100% drum corps.
After the season's over is what you were talking about.
Yeah, during the off season, take a minute, take a breather.
Yeah.
But it's going to be 100% drum corps.
Omari, good luck. Happy travels. And where can we find you on your socials?
You can find me on Instagram at Omari M Holaki. That's OMARI MHOLAKI. And something new that I found that I was doing, you can find me on the Crown Tuba Rock Instagram. That is the Crown Tuba section's Instagram. I'll be running that with a few other of my section mates. So we'll get some content there as well.
Thanks for a great rehearsal this week. I cannot believe we finally got everybody together and got to do this. Thank you so much, Jeremy from Drum Corps today. Make sure you follow all of those performers this summer. And guys, make sure you go follow him at Drum Corps today. Thank you so much, Omari, Pete, Clara, Zoe, Jack. Follow them all summer long on the On a Water Break socials because we're posting up all of that content. If you've got a question or a good topic to talk about, email us at onwaterbreakpodcasts@gmail.com, or you can find us on social media and DM us if you want to be on the show. We have a form you can fill out. Just check out our link in bio. Fill it out. We may bring you on as a guest. You could also take out your phone and make a little video to send us. Maybe you'll see yourself on the podcast soon. One more thing, don't forget about our YouTube channel. Go subscribe to that so you can see all of our lovely faces. And also, before you close out of your podcast listening app, go subscribe, write us a review, share this with a friend, follow us on all of our social media at On a Water Break, and we'll see you at the next rehearsal on a water break.
The On a Water Break podcast was produced by Jeremy Williams and Christine Reams. The intro and outro music was produced by Josh Lyda. To learn more, visit lydamusic.com. And until next time, thanks for tuning in.